Hi. So I've got some time. Um, the one thing that I wanted to talk about was a lot of times, stop. Okay, something on my mind. I talked about this with a lot of my clients, and when clients like to cocktail or layer their products. Now, for me, to get longevity and sustainability out of a product, we want to cocktail and layer the best products that are going to work together, not fight each other. And when I'm talking about wearing the hair natural, a lot of people like leave-ins. Honestly, I'm not a person that does leave-ins. Like sometimes I'll do a leave-in. One of my favorite leave-ins is the all-in-one from Biolage because of the smell. So it's more like hair perfume than anything. But when you're using leave-ins, and depending on what time of the year it is, determining which leave-in is going to be best for the current situation, weather-wise, texture, pattern-wise, all of that good stuff. I always tell my clients to think about what type of leave-in they're using. Are they using a conditioner-based leave-in, where it's a leave-in conditioner type of thing? Or are they using a lotion-based, a little bit thicker leave-in? Or are they using a really light, thin leave-in product like this? And so one thing that I always do to my clients is I have them put their hand out and I will spray the leave-ins in their hands. First, what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray this leave-in in because my hands are a little dry and we do not want to show that. But the difference between a really light, watery leave-in, if you can see that, or more of a lotion leave-in. See the difference between the two? Now for me and my clients, if I use a heavier leave-in, because maybe they need a little bit more emollient, they need a little bit more of that smoothing, that purposeful residue left on the surface of the hair, I'm not going to use a cream-based product like this with a thicker, heavier, lotion-y type of leave-in product. Because if I put this cream with this, it's going to be too much and can be a little heavy or a little weighty. If I have that much of emollient products, they're going to attract moisture from the air and it could help to create frizziness. It could help to the hair to swell a little bit more than usual. So if I'm going to use a creamy based product, I'm going to use more of the lighter, thinner leave-in so that we're not layering too many weighted products on the surface of the hair, which could cause flatness. It could cause that kind of like, especially if it's humid outside, it can cause the hair to look thick and kind of gunky. So if I'm going to use a cream based, I'm going to use a more lighter product. I definitely am not going to use a conditioner based leave-in and mix it with a product like this. If in the summer, say I want a little bit more moisture, so I'm going to use that heavier, more lotiony leave-in, I'm going to mix that with a gel because this is going to be a lot lighter than what a cream product is going to be. So I can intermix a heavier leave-in or even a conditioner-based leave-in with my gel. Now, when we talk about those conditioner-based leave-ins, you want to do a test. You want to put a little bit of that conditioner-based leave-in and mix your gel with it because sometimes it turns to cottage cheese, and that's not fun trying to get that out of your hair because you have to start over. So this is just my little PSA on determining what type of leave-in foundational product you're going to use in connection with what type of styling and finishing product you're going to use. Just something I wanted to throw out there.